All right, everybody, let's try this again. First off, I want to shout out my boy Big Crib right off the bat. He's on the stream and with us supporting as usual. So, shout out to you, Big Crib, for jumping on. I want to go full disclosure here. We have some new members of the team we need to talk about. As you can see, two brand new starters ZLATAN, Ibra, whatever you want to call him. The Lion, the King, the Lion King. You pick it. And then the rude boy, Gullit, again, whatever you want to call him. Another king. So, we add two legends to the starting squad. Then you go to the bench. We add an attacking fullback on the right side to join our Silvestre in case we want to go a little more defensive than we are right now with Seedorf and Bellingham out there with Massimo ODDO, right? And another DMF substitute in the Mad Dog himself, or the Gnarling Dog to be more exact, Gennaro Gattuso. Now, we also added a reserve, a legend who FC did dirty. They downgraded from a icon over there to a hero, but not here. Rui Costa, absolute beast, as you can see, creative playmaker. Unfortunately, with how deep our squad is, he's only in the reserves. Now, on top of that, because I have my region as Japan, we have Yoichiro Kaketani. We'll try him later, but right now we're focused on the Milan Legends, and luckily there's one new PvP event with the new content. At least PvP, PvP AI, there's two. And we can get more with our real squad into that. And we get more experimental with the AI stuff. But even with the event stuff, PvP, it's a little more experimental than Divisions, where we're looking to climb and we want to pinpoint and really focus on how we want to play events. It's a little more loose. But with that being said, we get on earlier for this exact reason, to review these new players. Obviously, we went spinning deep, spent about, what was it? Let's go actually take a look. I think 17 10-man spins, right? Just for full disclosure show, so I could show you what it takes to get roughly 5 players, including the 3 top players that you would want, right? And I'll tell you the orders as well if I can get my brain back and click into the right area. So special players, you see here, I went from 250 down to 73. So, what's that? Roughly, what's that? 170. Yeah, so 17 picks. I was pretty spot on. Not too bad, right? So, let's just say around like $150 or so. Now, on top of that, I did a stupid spin or series of spins for the last box when I wanted attacking wingbacks. As you can see, I got Silvestre. I had him already, and then now I have ODDO. So it was a waste of money, around $70 there, and I got no one. I really wanted my Cone and Pepe secondary. Didn't really care about Barjuan, but I put 70 in that and got nothing. So when you add that in total, I'm around 250 in, right? As I always say, I do not condone this. I think these players are way overpriced. It's just, this is what I do. But I don't support it. So if you can't spin, I totally get it. And I don't even think it's smart on top of that. But with that 250, I have one of the best squads you could possibly get. In FC, this squad, to get your Gullits, right, to get your Peles and Ibras, they're all in both games. It would cost me roughly $3,000, $3,500 even, to buy all the packs to get enough coins to buy all these players, which are millions and millions of coins. So still, even with all the money that I spent just to get Gullit and Ibra and in total to get all these players, okay, I still am way under what I would have spent to get a similar team in FC. Now, FC, you can get a competitive team, but nowhere near using these legends, which is what I love, right? These are the players that I grew up watching, that made me fall in love with the game of football, watching all their highlights, even if they were before my time, right? And so now to emulate them and have them so true to life, what eFootball does very well with that, it's worth it to me, right? I still think they're too expensive, but I spent it. For me, it's worth it. For you, it may or may not be. Either way, you can enjoy watching them here. So that's what I spent for them. Now, getting back into this event and our previous try in this player review, We go into the only new PvP event, which is unlimited, remember. You can play as many games as you want to get the rewards. So this is where you should be practicing. This is where you should be trying new things and having fun playing good football. But what happens is you get in and you play rat after rat, loser after loser, right? To the point where they ruin the game because you have to decide, do you want to play football, right? Or do you want to respond to the nonsense they're doing that's working better, which is spamming through balls, spamming crosses. You can outshoot someone 17-6 and somehow the game will be lost, either in extra time, penalty kicks, or even just regular time, right? I truly do think that events have a handicap towards them. I know a ton more people have played a ton more hours, have said this too. To me, it's pretty obvious, and to me, some of these rats know it. I could be wrong though, because you'll play anybody from a Division 5 player that's much lower than the players you typically play in divisions to a Division 1 top 10,000, all doing the same thing with smart assist, ratting, all equally bad, right? But then you go into divisions and you can play some great football. There's ratty stuff in divisions, but it seems to be way worse here. So I got to the point where I couldn't even really review this squad here. Right? Now this is, I'm fully aware, a squad that could be, better than, or is better than many that, many's full squad, much less an event squad. However, the football that was being played, it literally didn't matter for, showcasing how good any of these players are. Maybe it's because of the time and everyone was going crazy jumping on the game to get these players, so the gameplay was bad because of that. I don't know. It was just a terrible experience. It wasn't typical eFootball. Add that, the ratty players, game after game after game, and you got yourself a mess. So hopefully Konami gets on this stuff, because they have a great core game, but they got to do better. So this will be our second attempt at giving honest reviews for our offensive fullback, Massimo ODDO, who knows how to pronounce that exactly in Italian, but you know what I mean. You see here, not too shabby at all, right? Like I said, he'll come in with my full team when I go more defensive, and on the left side I'll either have Serginho or most likely Silvestre. I like better as far as when I put a left back in. Serginho would more likely come in when I need an actual cross specialist on that left side, but it's still good to have a player with that edged crossing. Now, getting to the other new players. At DMF, the Destroyer, the gnarling dog himself, legendary defensive mid, Gennaro Gattuso, absolute beast, right? Smaller, more compact player, but he's just everywhere, right? Super aggressive. You see his stats match how he played in real life. We'll have to really pay attention, because I couldn't for the life of me tell you based on earlier if I liked him or not. That's how bad the gameplay was. And it's the same for all these players, right? Getting to Rui Costa, like I said earlier, a player who was massively disrespected by FC, removed as an icon and moved down to a hero, so essentially demoted, and even as an icon and now as a hero, just doesn't translate to a good player on the pitch. They'll get the player models and the looks right. They'll look like their real-life counterparts, but they play nothing like their real-life counterparts, maybe with the exception of like Ronaldinho or these players that are easy because they're so distinct. But you see here, in eFootball, this Rui Costa has the stats to be a beast. As a creative playmaker, we'll see just how well that translates on the pitch. Gullit, we all know about Gullit. Always well-rounded. I had the previous deep-lying forward version on my other account, and he was excellent despite bad stats. Now, with better stats and a better role, player role, I could tell earlier, just even in the bad gameplay, he's going to be a monster, but it wasn't as it should have been, put it that way. So we'll get more into him. And then, of course, ridiculous Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Stat-wise, there's no other like this. I mean, look at this, guys. Ridiculous. Now, remember, these guys got double Showtime skills. The new willpower Showtime skill for Zlatan, up to 8 shots, he gets increased abilities, right? They don't give the percentage, but if it's anything like the increase you get for a receiver of a visionary pass or game-changing pass, it's probably around 90% chance to score in his first 8 shots. On top of that, phenomenal finishing, so he can shoot from all different angles, right? This Gullit, low screamer, so it's anytime you shoot a stunning shot under 50%, it will trigger that low screamer. On top of that, bullet header, which is ridiculously overpowered right now, right? I mean, it is insane how good these players are. Even this ODDO card. You go down, let's see what our boy ODDO has. So nothing for ODDO, but look at this Rui Costa, for example, okay? He's a great passer in real life, and they translated that into the game. Visionary pass, which is my favorite passing Showtime skill. And then phenomenal pass to add on top of visionary pass, right? Then you look at the stats, and you look at a 95, 91 low pass, lofted pass. I mean, incredible. To get all these players was huge. So, again, to get a team at this caliber would cost you thousands. So even though I still think it's a ripoff, it's much better than the counterpart. We just got to hope that the ratty nonsense can subside enough for us to really give a good player review. ODDO will be free to roam up and down that right side as he wants to as an offensive fullback. GATTUSO, as a destroyer, he'll be free to roam around. We'll see how much he sort of ventures out of position. Again, that's what you want to test in these events. I don't want to give these individual instructions outside of just counter target for our boy Ibra. The rest are off. I want to see Gattuso's positioning without any, outside influence. Gullit, whole player AMF, Rui Costa creative playmaker AMF, Platini, classic 10. Obviously not a new player, but we want to see how Platini has been instrumental in our climb, right? In our in this go around of eFootball. We want to see how these others compare. Now, typically I'd be going same way in the back line, right? Except Maldini would move further out. I'd have Vieira here as a deep line. I'd have Henderson here as an anchor man. Then I would actually go with 2 AMFs, Pele and Gullit, with Ibra up top. So I just essentially added in another AMF. And let me think of where it's at. Ibra and Rude. So we'll have to take a look. I'll actually show you here. Just so I tell you the exact thing, so when I'm playing you can see a little bit differences. So here's how I typically go. Right? So the difference is interesting. I just realized what I did here. I essentially have an extra defender. So I have the 3 backs already and a deep line. So we'll take a look at that. I do probably say getting up in the divisions, at least for the start, that is probably necessary. Whereas here, if you go in, right, and you look at the difference, not as defensive. This player, for instance, let's say it was Beckenbauer or Henderson, would stay put. Gattuso, right, or this would be Vieira here, would be going back, and I would have another one of these 3 back here already. So a deep line center back, and then I'd have 3 center backs already. That would make a back 4. These 2 would be pushed further up as wing mids to help out 3 instead of having 4 attackers right there. So you can slow it down if you want to see the difference, just to compare this to how my division games go later. But there you go. So let's get into the actual review. All right, boys. I truly hope this is what the hell is this? Oh, that was Nick Runs the Foot Market. Nicky runs the foot market. Alright, hold on. Hey, bitch, I'm up in the mix. Alright, boys. Let's do it. Oh, Phil, you're not home yet, bro? I would rather share my screen and listen to your reaction, my boy. I would rather share the screen and root you on while you spin, bro. What time are you going to be home? I don't want you to miss the funnest part. But I could do it for you. Let's see. Hold on. Let's think about it. Let's look. But I think that would be cool to get your reaction, man. All I want is someone to play football. What happens is you basically go to play football, right? You're passing and moving, and then you know, especially in a little bit worse gameplay, as you're passing and moving, if your opponent tries to play football too and there's a little delay, no big deal. You both play, you do good stuff, you do bad stuff. It's football. But what happens is you'll get these players that, oh, bad gameplay. Okay, if I just pressure them, run into them, go for tackle backs, spam through ball, spam cross, like it's all this nonsense that you have to worry about that takes away from how much fun. So after the first round, like 7 games of just trash, I won my very first game in the second round against the top 10,000 player. Beat him 3-1, right? Still somewhat ugly, but that's just the nature of it. But dude, it was impossible to even play good football. You added the delay, and then of course I went on full tilt eventually because it was like eventually you just sort of lose hope. Now I'm trying to get stronger mentally than that, but eventually you start going, what is out? I don't know. And this could end up being one of those games too. I played these teams earlier. It doesn't mean anything. In fact, it may even be worse to have such a difference in team strength, the way the scripting and stuff goes. That's what they need to strip back from this game. But as long as you guys understand, I'm always going to be honest, and you're not these little sensitive Sallies that act like they invented eFootball and get their feelings hurt, probably because I'm talking about their ratty asses and how it's the same way they play is why they get defensive. But as long as you realize I'm speaking the truth, to hopefully, maybe if enough of us speak up, we can get these changes made. I just was pointing out as an example an FC employee, an announcer for FC Pro that spoke up against the game even. eFootball needs more of those types. Good. Oh, see? Got that little delay going. It's fine. Any day now. Good. Come to. Good. Boom. Up. Good football. Good release. Good. Look at that space. Back post. Look at this. Oh! Guys, full disclosure. That was supposed to go back to... Who would that have been? Rui Costa. And that's just the Ibra magic, dude. Holy hell in a half shell. What a touch, boys. That's that Ibra magic. That's kind of what Kohler would do, too, with the acrobatic finishing. They got those big, long legs that reach out and get everything. See, just like even just a 2 seconds right there of just animations as they're supposed to be, right? As opposed to just forcing shit. And that's why when I say these are the rats that force you to play a certain way, that force smart assists on players. See, like, I don't want that at all, but the other stuff, I'll even go in this game. Watch this, guys. I'll show you what I mean. Like in this game, I can't do it. I'll turn it off next time I can pause. But you can tell against certain opponents where you have to use. There it is. There it is. Oh, where you have to use smart assist, because the little bonuses they get, the little stuff they spam like the rats they are, you can only combat it with smart assist. I wanted to see the dribbling for Gullit. Good. Good, Costa. Good. Let's see Costa here, how he handles it. Boom. Oh my God. Goodness gracious, guys. Those are the touches. So think about it. When you're playing opponents, though, that don't even pass. See how I'm passing and moving? What they do is this. I'll actually show you before I turn it off. And then I want to show you the difference, okay? They'll do this. Boom. Boom. This. That's all they'll do. What you just saw there. I hate it. Look how easy that was, guys. That's stupid. But look how easy I can do it, right? And that was my defensive mid. I just hold L1 and then spam triangle. You see what I mean? I can do that shit too. But it's pointless. I want to play football. But here's the thing. You have to balance it because all these rats want is wins. So you have to decide if you're going to sacrifice playing football or not. Well, earlier, it's events and I just want to do a player review. So I tried to play football. I couldn't even. I tried. And it was just pointless. It was just goal after the goal after whooping my opponent's ass, right? Like, they got rewarded for being rats. I essentially got punished for trying to play good football. So you guys see where the conundrum is, right? See, like right there, I could have spammed a through ball. I don't want to. I want to work on build-up, which is why as soon as I go to pause, I turn this shit off. But you can't go in games like that. You know, my goal is to eventually be able to, but I'm, 4 days into being back playing this from FC. I still don't even have all the... Look, I want to show you guys this. I still can't even do an offside trap. Let's see what Eber does here. Finesse to back post. Good save. I feel like his finesses haven't been anything special for how he's supposed to be. Good Otto. Good Otto's good on the ball there. Low screamer. And there's the low screamer for you. There's a low screamer for you. Oh, I tried to pause it. I'll get it next time. But can you imagine against this guy? So I'm trying to play some football, as you can see. Imagine opponents that just did this the whole time. This is it. Look at that, guys. Look how easy it is. Chip. Look how easy it is. You see the difference? You see what I'm telling you? So opponents that do that every game, if you don't have smart assist on, I don't care what you say. How am I, as an opponent, going to stop that if it was... You can't. You can't. That ball, the only thing I could have done is put more pressure on, is push my... But even then, if you have a skilled player like these top 2,000 players that are using it, you're all but forced to use it. For the reasons you're seeing on here. Notice I'm calling this, and then all I do is hold down L1 triangle, and it gives me a goal. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So, you guys let me know in the comment section. I'm not sure what else you could say about that, but you see, typically speaking, this is how I want to play. But these losers force you to not be able to. So now when I go back to playing regular football, right? This is how I wish the game was, right? What you're about to see here. This is what I'm trying to make the game, okay? Good try. No smart assist, nothing. Free kick. This is what it could be, guys. It would be so much more fun, but Konami keeps catering to these losers. And these losers keep choosing to not play the football they could play. Come on, Platini. You know what? Let's try a new player just to see what he's got. If he's got anything. Oh, shit. Platini's a beast at those, though. He is going to be my regular free kick taker, but I was just going to practice with Gullit. But look at that, guys. I mean, come on. Pretty much automatic. Hey, that's smart assist off, too. With smart assist, you probably just have to press the button. You don't even got to curl it or nothing. If you're wondering, I curled that at 9 o'clock with the left stick, and I was about 85% power. You can power up pretty high with Platini because of his accuracy. Oh, nice tackle. Oh! Oh my god, dude. Eber's just nasty. So if you want an auto shield, you already know. Take your finger off of the movement, the left stick, and then from there explode. From there, you go into a full sprint, right? If you have space, you can obviously jog out of it. But what I like to do is take my finger off of the left stick. He'll auto shield in whatever direction I see open up. Boom! Then I explode out of it with sprint. So I really want to focus in on ODDO, Rui Costa, and Gattuso, who won't get those starting spots. He's ridiculous, bro, and obviously this is no smart assist, but you see the difference in why, it's obvious. So you play those opponents, you see how much help they get when you do put smart assist on. You know? So these goals without smart assist, this is what I want to play. This is what, but it's these losers. That's why I get so upset with them, because it's no point in playing how they play. You can't tell me this isn't much more enjoyable. What a ball. And knowing that you're doing it yourself. Oh, what a save. But I know I don't need smart assist. I know the type of player I am. And I know that I add my skill on top of smart assist. But it shouldn't even come down to that. You know? These losers shouldn't have a crutch to just press a button and get a perfect through ball every time. And that's what they do. They get they dribble into you like that, and then right there, they would just spam triangle. Look, he's trying to do it himself, you know? Good Rui. Rui does pretty good at tracking back. I don't know, Rui's going to be a good little sub. I don't really have room for him right now, but he's definitely a beast on the ball, that's for sure. Let's give it to Gattuso, see how Gattuso feels. So watch, I'll show you what I mean with the shielding. So I take my finger off the left stick, and wherever I see space, then I explode. See ODDO. See him explode up to that left side. Good ball. Good. Oh, I didn't know I beat him there at first. Look at Costa. Holy dear God. Just beautiful little touches on goal. Or sorry, on touches on goal. Beautiful little touches towards goal. Just great setup player. He does feel magical on the ball for sure. ODDO feels good. Solid enough defensively. He reminds me of a Serginho, man. I'll show you what I mean. Like, Serginho's good on the ball. Gets up that wing. Let's do a give and go here. See how his crossing is. He's not an edge crosser, though. That's where Serginho's got him beat. But Silvestre, like, he's kind of a Silvestre more than a Serginho, I should say. And he is essentially the counterpart. Offensive left back Silvestre is, right back is. There's Serginho here. He's more of this. Right? He's got that nice little, perfect little curve to his crossing. A little bit different. There's an arc to it, you know? Oh, hold it. Obviously my mistake for turning into the defender, but... So after this, we get into divisions, which I'm truly excited about. I'm not saying we won't face the Rats there. I'm getting up there in divisions, but for some reason I feel like events, there's something going on there. There's something different they're experimenting with gameplay. So it's as long as you aren't sprinting, you'll shield. That's what I realized. I thought you couldn't move, period, right? But it's as long as you're not sprinting. And the nice little touches, what is it? Willpower and finishing. What is it where when you don't sprint and you have nice... Oh, is it momentum dribbling or what is it dribble? There's a certain skill where Ibra feels like he has that. Look at that. I mean, he's ridiculous, guys. He's ridiculous. The delay had a lot to do with it earlier. You see those quick little movements? Earlier they weren't there. Everything was lumbering. So it's good to know, man, because I went full red. I had literally smoke coming out of my you-know-what earlier. I was so pissed off. Because you're so excited for a good experience. You spend all that money. Which, again, my own fault, right? But I'm just saying, there's no reason to have a game that plays that bad. What a freaking goal. Ibra, dude. We got shorts for days, boys. Shout out to everyone supporting my TikTok. I break down all these goals in shorts. They're pretty addicting to watch because I'll go down the rabbit hole and watch a lot of them too, my old ones, and like there's a lot you can see. What the hell? There's a lot you can see from that. The only player I'd say I need more from, to see more from, is this man right here, the gnarling dog. See his recovery. But yeah, Gullit, Ibra, very good. Rui Costa made a very good showing to make it hard for me to keep him in reserves, that's for sure. Especially with visionary pass and phenomenal pass. I think Gattuso has, what is it, long reach tackle and can't remember. The only thing I don't like about Destroyer, and he did fairly well in this game, but a lot of times they'll be out of their position, right? They'll move out of their position. Now, if we had 2 other games that get better, but honestly, if I showed you the highlights from those games earlier, you wouldn't have been able. The gameplay was just too... So it's good to know that a lot of it had to do with like the heaviness, the servers. But there's a lot of people on. I mean, this pack is probably the biggest one, bigger than the Messi, Neymar, Suarez, or MSN, yeah. Messi, Suarez, Neymar pack. So, final verdict, ODDO, he's right there with Silvestre. Honestly, there's better like that Carvajal that's coming. If I had to guess, he's he's right there neck and neck with that. I would give it like a C+ to a B, B- for Massimo ODDO if you get him. If you need an offensive right back, you can't go wrong with him for sure, but it's not like awe-inspiring, his performance. Gattuso, I got to see more of. The thing I was happy about is sometimes those destroyers can really mess you up positionally. Now, I did destroy my opponent, so it was a little bit harder to tell. So we will say to be continued on Gattuso. But if you know the type of player Gattuso is as a destroyer with that aggression, that's the one thing you really just got to look at. But if you keep him maybe a defensive individual instruction, he could be an excellent anchorman, defensive player. You see I added a decent amount of passing, good speed and acceleration, perfect defense, right? Not bad on the dribbling side. Physical contact's 90. He's going to be bullying guys. So if you don't mind having a destroyer there, putting some individual instructions on him, right? He could be a beast, and for me, he'll be a sub. I give him same thing, C+. I'd much rather like Henderson is ridiculously good, like way better. That A form could have something to do with that, though. I don't know. Beckenbauer's better too, just an all-around better player, better passer, better on the ball. But Gattuso not bad, so I'll give him C+. But but that's just because, remember, there's a lot of great players. Gullit, obviously we all know Gullit, so he gets the benefit of me knowing with the worst card how good he was. Now with whole player making those darting runs, having bullet header, you saw the low screamer in action. He's obviously an A+. He's one of the top. He's a Mount Rushmore of eFootball type of player. So that's a no-brainer. Rui Costa surprised me a bit, man. He feels incredible on the ball. I didn't even get to showcase any of that elite passing, but the dribbling felt great. The finishing felt above 85. I give him a B-, right? A B-. Reason why I go B- is because Baggio and Platini still, they feel like more commanding out there. They're more present, but I still could see more. He's B- / to be continued, if you get what I'm saying. Based on his performance, you can't give him anything below a B. You know, B- is as low as you could go. But I do need to see him more, and especially against better opponents. And last but not least, ZLATAN Ibrahimovic. So, big, strong. You see the stats are incredible. Do they translate onto the pitch? Absolutely. You look at his finishing, it's incredible. You look at those extra touches he has, I'm sure because of acrobatic finishing. Yep. On top of that, with willpower, giving him increased chances of scoring for his first 8 shots, guys. Add in phenomenal finishing for that so he can shoot at all different angles and acrobatic finishing. And you've seen some of where that long reach and having acrobatic finishing, phenomenal finishing, and willpower increasing his chances to score. You put all that together and you have the best goal scorer in the game. Aerial superiority with heading at 6'5". Of course, you want to go long range with them. Long range curler, shooting, fighting spirit, which I wish every one of my players would have, right? So if I'm looking like one of the first things I want to add for Ibra, just off the top of my head, like I got to look more into it. Let's actually look at that now. Let's see what we have available, and then I have more skills I can add to. But let's get out of here and add them. So we'll do it like this. So you see, done with all PvP events. I'll get to AI events later. Okay. We'll go out. We'll collect our 30 coins and our random skills. Okay. We'll add these skills, which I don't need right now. So what I would do is, you know what? I'll do the new guys first, and then I'll start deleting some. Because I have some that I know I don't want. Scissors. So hold on. Let me look at this. Scissors. We'll look into that in a bit, too. Okay, so skill training on Gullit and Ibra, followed by then we'll start looking into the boosters and skills for like Rui and Gattuso and ODDO and the boys, right? It will be by priority. So inside bounce, let's add another skill there to that. Penalty specialist, add another one to that. Heading, I believe my boys up front have, of course, have heading. Nope, I don't want to add heading there. Let's see, Seedorf. Could be something I add there. And I'll show you kind of what I do and why I added so many. So scissors, cut behind and turn, acrobatic clearance. Could eventually use that on like Gattuso. I think I have several of those, so I don't need several. Penalty specialist, gamesmanship, so they'll draw penalties. One-time shot. because you can always delete skills later, right? So if you have players that you know don't have a lot, like Gullit and Eber right now, I can add several skills to them off the bat. Sliding tackle, track back, long range curler and heel trick. So long range curler and heel trick, acrobatic clearance, blocker, double touch, reception, sombrero. So for instance that. Now sombrero, a skill that I necessarily want? No. Fighting Spirit is exactly what I wanted. So, now I look here. Our boy ZLATAN's got Fighting Spirit. Gullit's got Fighting Spirit. Pele, Scissors, Soul Control, Long Range, Shield Trick. Okay, Double Touch, Flip Flap, Soul Control. Good. Gullit, do you have one-time shot? Yep. Let's see what we might add here. Let's just go through. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Phil, you're on 2 different accounts? Penalty, gamesmanship, one-time shot. Orange curler and heel trick. Sombrero, Fighting Spirit, acrobatic clearance. Sliding tackle, blocker, double touch. I do want him to have at least that ability, double touch, and I think I might even have soul control. He has every shooting ability under the sun. Definitely adds double touch to him for now. All right. For now, double touch. Gullit. He needs double touch, soul control, flip flap. Thought I had flip flap. For Gullit, he's a little more defensive. I do like to track back on Gullit AMF. Wish his stamina was a little higher, so that's okay though. Whereas like Pele, I don't want him to track back. He's not going to do any good, but a little back pressure from Gullit, you gotta love it. So, hold on. I like heel trick on him too, actually. Heel trick on these players can be huge, those little through passes that they do. Just the way I want to use Gullit. And then, let me see my GP real quick. Perfect, okay. Okay, added heel trick there. Kind of surprised Gullit and Eber don't have heel trick. I don't think it's one that they give you off the bat very much though. So I go to reserves, Oh yes, scissors. Scissors and heel trick. Well, it's already got long range curler, right? Yep. Alright. Take that off because I don't need it. I'm going to go heel trick and probably scissors. Although Ibra with scissors would be pretty sick too. Alright. Ibra, ball control. I want to do hold it first if I can on the boosters. Still no boosters available. But $277, 300. Man, I shouldn't have got. Okay. We'll get that last one and then we'll get this booster going. So we got to earn some boosters, boys. That's where those AI cups will come in. Yeah, I like that idea too. That interception is a good idea. That's a good call, Phil. I'll do that as well. Great call. All right, here we go. Right into divisions. Hopefully the gameplay matches how it has been, which is much better than that event nightmare. But I share everything, the good, the bad, everything. So position training. All right, we're ready to rock and roll, boys and girls. Offensively, there's my 6. Offensively, there's my 6. Yeah, I don't think Rui Costa can take the place of any of these guys, honestly. My backup number 9, maybe Owen. Because when Ibra comes out, we got Eto. If I go 2 strikers, it would be Baggio, Cruyff, and Baggio, Cruyff. Maybe Rui Costa for Owen. Creative playmaker wise, I have Platini. Classic 10's like a playmaker in Baggio. Yeah, we'll set it up like that. Just for now, I'll tell you what, I'll do it like this. Just for now to have him in there. Because you can't go wrong with him. I just wouldn't necessarily choose him over those guys I have. This Van Ven card's very popular right now. Not that I would really use him unless it's an event, but just letting you guys know. Okay. Really. All right. Let's get into it, guys. Make sure the individual instructions are set. Defensive on Vieira. Offensive for Pele. Deep line for Vieira. Counter target for Ibra. Right, so these two will stay further up the pitch. While Gullit will be our playmaker. I'm OCD. I just got to perfect that. Okay, let's get into it, boys. Division 2. Had a hell of a morning with events. Spotlights on Ibra and GULLIT. Potential to see ODDO, GATTUSO, and Rui off the bench. Let's do it. Vision 2 player. Can't really look too much into that with the outside influence of everything. Remember, I have Smart Assist off right now, so we're going to test this out. Smart Assist is off. Very good team. We'll know right away what this guy's playing and not playing, and we'll go from there. This is one of those games I'm not overthinking too much. I'm going to go straight into it, play some football, and then we'll assess how much he's looking to spam those through balls. I'm going to be really smart and patient defensively, not going crazy to try to press. We're going to try to create some good goals. Some good football. All right, let's get into it. Let's pray for a good football game, boys. Mistakes happen, you just work through them. Passing, moving, smart. Don't get caught on the ball. 2-3 decisions ahead. Pull the trigger when you can. You got beast finishers, beast setup players, and you don't need the AI's help. Or do you? Let's see. Yep, already I can tell. So there you go. Within 2 seconds I can see it. Within 2 seconds, guys. It's that obvious. Whenever the players are just going to force it like that, well then guess what? I'll get you right back. Still using my skill trying to play beautiful football. But I'm not going to sacrifice some nonsense because you have Smart Assist on. You know what I mean? And you're going to try to force through balls and shit. Just not happening. Good. Good read. Perfect ball. Look at this. Perfect. Look at this. Good. Oh my gosh. Oh, Pele. Terrible run by Pele. Oh. Through ball, through ball, through ball. Now you guys see what I'm talking about. That's all they got to get away with, not playing good football, so then I do shit like that. Notice I read it, too. Notice I read it. No, you don't really get rewarded for your manual reading them like a book. You guys know what I mean? Perfect. What a goal. Oh. Oh. It just gets ridiculous. It's alright. Keep him trapped in. These players are fucking joke, bro. See how I'm at least trying to play football? You know what I mean? Trying to play football. It would be even better if I had an opponent that wasn't just forcing shit. Look at that. What in the fuck? How? How does that get through? We gotta watch those little stupid dink balls that manage to go through. Good. Good. I won that myself. Oh, you mother truck. No! Look at the marking, dude. I can't stand it sometimes, guys. It's all smart assist. What do you do there? Look at the marking. Look at the defense. Watch this. There's no skill, and they never will watch it, because why would they? They didn't do anything. Just forces you to play this stupid-ass football, bro. This kick and run shit to get anything going. Look at the marking on that. You can't mark that better. It's just the AI doing everything for you. They make it almost impossible to want to play this game. Look, that's all you can do, because otherwise the AI will receive the ball for them. And look, there's no skill. These guys aren't doing anything themselves. So now I just keep kicking it forward. This game is built for players who can't play FC. Yes, FC's air hockey, but I'm saying it's built for the losers who have no decision-making ability in themselves. I can prove it to you in 2 seconds. That's all this game's built for. So now I'll start playing the kick and run shit and put pressure on them, and that's how it will be. So let's have fun doing that. Because you don't get rewarded for defending or playing good football or trying to pass. You get rewarded for spamming everything. Like, look at that. How in the fuck would he beat my Van Dyke there? Zero chance. This is what you get rewarded for. And eventually, one of those force balls will go through. And then that's it. No, that wasn't me. That was stupid-ass smart assist. But that's why he scored his goal. Bunch of fucking losers that don't want to play football themselves. Period. That's all this game is. Every single time. And then look, if you force it, now watch. Look at the stats right here. Now watch when I stop trying to play football. I show this every time and it happens. This is me trying to play football. Now watch what happens when I stop trying to pass, through ball, pass, through ball, pass, or like anything. Watch when I just force it. Now watch the difference at the end. Just like every opponent I face. You guys seen those stats. Now watch this. Watch the actual football that you see in this. There's never any... Look at that. That's what your opponents play in this, okay? Still should have spammed that one even. What did he stop for? Yeah, this game's a fucking joke. Look what he does. Look, this is welcome to eFootball. It's such a joke. What did I tell you guys? You saw those stats, right? And that was a way more skill goal than his dumbass, but still, what did I tell you? I called it what? Look at the time. They gotta fix it, man. Look, this is way more skill than what he did, but yet, what was it? Through ball, straight forward. Through ball, straight forward. Kick, through ball, kick. Oh, should have flicked that on, honestly. What did I tell you? What did I tell you guys? Now he got a red card. I went right. Oh my god, I hate this fucking stupid ass game, dude. I hate this fucking stupid ass game, bro. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. The dumbest. I went right. What the fuck is that? No tackle? I went right. It's a fucking joke. Stupid ass game, bro. There you go. Welcome to eFootball. I'm going to whoop all your top players' asses while I dog your game out and prove facts so you can't say shit besides I suck and this dude has a point. That's all you're going to be able to say. OG, you're right. I'm dog shit. You have a point. What did I call? Look at the stats. Anybody want to go back and word for word? Word for word. What did I say? You guys saw the stats. Did I not call this 1,000%, Phil? Word for word. You might not like what I'm saying, but did I not call it word for fucking word? I said, now watch the difference in this half. Once I decide, hey, I'll be a loser too. And what's funny is I've actually scored more skilled goals than any of these losers than this guy scored or these other guys. I mean, dude, it's an absolute joke. So he's going for these crosses, so we'll get these players in here. No, I like Gullit still at. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna drop him a little to CMF. He's getting tired though. Let's go. I'm gonna give him a little bit longer. I'm gonna give these guys a little bit longer. Maybe get Eto in there for ZLATAN. You know what? Let's get GATTUSO in there. Henderson intercepts a lot, so that should help out. Let's see. And I should have scored that PK. I went to the right. And yes, I do it on purpose without the thing because it says, oh, Gamester on YouTube. They can easily come into the stream. They're not dumb, and they do. It's not my first rodeo. But I've done 1,000 of them, and I make them every time. I do 1 PK a day at least in the thing. I know when I'm going right, left. It's just like scripted. It goes down to the middle or left. You know, it doesn't go one or the other.
Substitutions taking place.
Come on, that's a win. Well, that was the dumbest run I've ever seen by Pele. If he would have kept his run going forward. Autocross? Oh, but not auto finish Jordan? Damn, son. Remember what I said at halftime, guys? Anybody remember? Anybody remember? I don't even got to, Phil. Remember what I said at halftime? What did I say, guys? What did I say? And the funny thing is, I'm scoring way more skill goals than I have to because I'm just a fucking beast and I'm a good football player. But what did I say at halftime? It was what? 5 shots to 1? I was like, dude, mark my words. This is what these idiots do. It's not football. It's not skill. Look at this shit. This is what it is. Look at what the fuck happened there. Look at that's how these losers score. But he didn't. But I'm just saying. Remember what I said at halftime? I mean, you might not like my tone all the time. Or maybe you do. I don't know. No one said they didn't, but I'm just guessing. I can be very stern with my words and shit. But I speak facts, boys. I speak facts. If Konami would hire me, we could have this game fixed in no time. Look at this. I'm just schooling his ass. Just schooling his ass now. Terrible ball, Otto. What the fuck did he just do there? What? And then all of a sudden my Pele decides not to shoot. I love that. It's like, ah, no, 3-1's a more fun game. We're going to keep it at that. Oh my god, a tackle back. Fucking jackass. Pure rat, this guy. Pure rat. That's okay. Look at the score, you little rat bitch. Yeah, pause. You suck. I know you're... I hope you're in stream because you're dog shit. Because you're dog shit. Now you're mad because I called it like Babe Ruth at halftime. See ya. Look. Now look at the stats. It was 6 shots to 1. And I started with no smart assist on. Then within the first pass I go rat. Keep trying to play a little football and then I change it. And I'm not saying if we go back and watch these goals, right? They were pretty good goals. But you look at his goal and it's like, yeah, I know what I have to change up. So as long as these type of players are in here, this is what we'll do. Now I have no doubt this is going to be a Division 1 or 2 player probably. And I just put a whooping on him. Getting your ass beat that bad at halftime and being able to call that, you must know something. Nice ball, nice little spam through ball there, so I knew what was coming the rest of the game. So then we play these bad boys. Was that... I don't know who played that ball, I gotta look. Pele shot. Who the hell is that giving that ball away in there? Here's his goal. Look at this. Look at the marking. What the hell is this? Look at this. Look at the marking. Look at Patrick Vieira and Van Dijk. What in the fuck was that? They would never be that bad. That was kindergarten level. Look at that. Look at the marking. They're both right there. Guys, what the fuck? And then look at the goal score. Look at the tying goal. I mean, it's just two straightforward balls. No more moving it around. Just ping, ping, ping up the field. It still wasn't a bad looking goal. But it's just like that's what you'd have to do, you know? Through ball, through ball, through ball. That wasn't even close as it should have been. That was a bad run by Hull. It needs to run more, make a better run. Look at this one. I go to the goalie's right. Where in the hell he got down the middle, I don't know. I mean, that was straight down the middle. Ibra's 0 for 2 on penalties. And then here we go, another through ball. Nice little chip from Eto'o, though. I'll take that. Look, look. Hold it, just... That's it. Get it, chip it in. Get it, through ball. Get it, chip it in. Get it, through ball. And if you guys... I get it if I'm just levels above you in football knowledge, right? But if you're watching these goals and you're going, man, this is great football, bro. What are you saying? You're a great player. I appreciate it, but listen. Go watch a real football game. How many times do you see just shit like this? You don't, right? And these all look like good enough, decent enough goals until you start getting with the auto through balls, the defender slowing down and shit. The game is perfect pace for like passing and moving and creating chances. They got to do something with this through ball bullshit. It might not look as much as it seems, but they take too much away from actual football. And when players can just look, this type of ball, players can just do that over and over and over and over and end up having more success than you if you're trying to pass and move. That's all I'm saying. Over and over and over. If you, all you had to do is take another touch. This turns into my goal, I think. I don't even remember him scoring a second one. Oh, this was I'm a dumbass. That's the first one. Look at that marking, though, dude. God, I can't believe Vieira and Van Dijk on that one. Maybe that's because I have Vieira on deep line and he was... No, but they had gotten the ball. I don't know. Zlatan, shit at the PKs. Great at everything else. So there you go. Victory is in my eyes and I can't see. That's my goal, is to really just point this shit out and then play good football. That's it. Bronze ticket. Now, what do these tickets do, guys? Tickets remaining. 14, 18, 5, 7, 4, 4. That big W. Let's see this dude's rank. Division 1. Mark my words. Oh, no! Alvaro. Adept frame 67. Damn. Let's go try to talk to him. Just get to pick his brain. I like to do it. These are the rats from earlier. Hey, what's up, buddy? I was curious, man. So I came over from FC, and I love eFootball for like the core of what it could be. But it seems so ratty and non-football like, and then I noticed some of the stuff you adopted. I was curious if you want to talk. Damn it, I hate when I do that. Oh, of course, I can't send nothing to him. Well, oh well, I whooped your ass, so eat that, you little shithead. I was trying to be cool, now I don't like you. I'm playing. So I'm top 4.6% of all eFootball players. I'll take that all day, baby. Take that all day. I like how we're looking here. I really don't know about this part though, man. I mean, it was working pretty good. My opponent didn't really go anywhere. But I feel like I'm not utilizing these guys as much out here. I think I'm going to make it look like I'm starting like this. But I'm going to pull these guys in to CMFs to watch the gap. Gullit coming in from deep as an AMF. Bellingham a beast, man. But so is Eto. 4-3-3. 4-3-3. These two will be making runs from deep. COSTA could always sub in there. If I want to go more defensive here, I could. I feel like Ibra's good with... he is strong and pretty fast. So he goes to 4. I got my anchor man here. 2 Hull players will be making their runs up. Obviously, Seedorf wouldn't stay in there. I'm actually thinking about doing something like this. Because once Vieira covers back here, I have that central area covered. Track back. Track back. Interception. I need interception on Gullit for sure. Do I have the ability? Do I have an interception player? I think I do, right? Perfect. These two shooting up the wings and then these 3 working off of each other. I really think this could be beastly, guys. Occasionally I'm very high. Regularly I'm very high, I think. Occasionally I'm very high for weak foot. Let's see how this goes. Bringing these 2 in more. Even though I mean, they're both ridiculous 89 finishing. Pretty soon that'll be 90, like, and they're right there with each other. I just need to get that booster, man. Let me go play an AI game real quick like this on a high level in events and check it out. European clubs. Get these boosters because it will help. I can test these two there. Ibra, Baggio instead of Pele. That would be a good little test because Baggio, a creative playmaker there, could be good. This is somewhat meta. Four, three, but they call for 2 creative playmakers in the SS role. I have 1 AMF. So CMFs because of Pele. Two whole players instead of orchestrators. 2 whole players shooting up instead of orchestrators. Let's give Rui a shot. Let's put Baggio in the SS role. So many options. So that's what we're going to go with. So we'll test out our boy GATTUSO, GULLIT, and Rui, and ZLATAN. So only ODDO's not getting a look here. But ODDO's pretty self-explanatory. They put Thuram on the bench over. It's hilarious. All right. You packed him? Phil, you packed him? So my exact builds for each of my new players, we'll start with the Lion King himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Here he is right here. This is no booster, okay? This is no booster, right? I have to look into detail, but definitely something with dribbling for sure, right? We'll look at that more, but this is with no booster. Something to boost that ball control into 90, right? You can look around at that. But the exact build, 7, 2, 9, 10, 9, 5. Again from the top, 7 shooting, 2 passing, 9 dribbling, 10 dexterity, 9 lower body strength, 5 aerial strength. All right, moving to Hole, right? Whether you're playing Cam, CMF, I mean, you can play him anywhere. Here's his build, right? I'm definitely going to get something for offensive awareness and finishing, so you can look around on that. But for this build, that's what I'm going for. Get that offensive awareness to 85, finishing to 90, the rule of fives, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, right? So we'll go with something with that. And here's his build without, that's stats without the booster. So Gullit, 5, 7, 12, 9, 7, 3, 5 shooting, 7 passing, 12 dribbling, 9 dexterity, 7 lower body strength, 3 aerial strength, and then zeros. So you guys got that. All right. So then we move to the, well, we'll start with Rui Costa, right? Very slept on player. He's got both visionary pass and phenomenal pass. You look at the stats there. Again, something with offensive awareness. Finishing, potentially, but definitely get that offensive awareness to 5. Right? But this is what I saw best. I want that passing to say hi. He is truly the definition of a creative playmaker. Brilliant dribbling. Right off the bat, it's like super high. That's what you take down to get some points elsewhere. So a very, very good player. 3, 7, 7, 12, 11. Okay, so again, 3 shooting, 7 passing, 7 dribbling, 12 dexterity, 11 lower body, aerial strength, nothing, and the rest beyond that, nothing as well. And the gnarling dog, Gennaro Gattuso, right? Now, you can pick on this one. His defense is already perfect. If you want the dribbling a bit higher because you want on the ball him to be pretty good. Passing, offensive awareness, you want to get that just up to 75. You can kind of choose what you want as far as the booster there. But as far as player builds to get these stats, right, a destroyer defensive midfielder. You can play CMF too, but I strongly suggest you only use him at DMF. Maybe in dire straits if you just need someone to run around and make tackles, right? As far as Showtime skills he has, long reach, tackle, and fortress. Right, the long reach tackle is definitely a powerful Showtime skill. Fortress, you already know, that's the typical go-to classic one. All right, player progression. 0, 11, 4, 6, 7, 7, 9, and 0. So again, 0 shooting, 11 passing, 4 dribbling, 6 dexterity, 7 lower body, 7 aerial, 9 defending, and then zeros. So that's Gattuso to get these stats right here. And last but not least, our boy ODDO, who's in the reserves actually. So let's go hunt him down. He's like, man, how disrespectful. I just come to the squad. Now I'm lost in this sea of players. Coach, what do I got to work on? First, you got to work on standing out in the reserves because I cannot find you, buddy. There you are. There's those stats there. A little more underwhelming, but again, for an attacking-minded fullback, gotta love the offensive awareness. Decent enough on the ball, right? For his second booster, definitely something in the dribbling and acceleration department, if possible. As a super sub, he'll be just fine on that right side. But I like to keep the defensive stats high on any of my defenders in the 90s. That's the most important, right? Followed by their speed and acceleration to keep up or to track back, chase back, and catch up. Followed by dribbling and passing depending on the type of player they are. If they're a tackle and pass, passing. If they're a tackle and they're going to explode up the wing or do something kind of like ODDO would be more, you'd want him at least decent on the ball there, right? Just in case he gets in those situations as he's attacking as an offensive fullback, he can get out of it or he won't get stuck on the ball. So there you go there. As far as Showtime skills, I don't believe, let's see, Fortress. And that's that. And last but not least, 0, 4, 5, 8, 11, 3, 10. Again, 0 shooting, 4 passing, 5 dribbling, 8 dexterity, 11 lower body, 3 aerial, 10 defending. And just as a bonus, where is he at? I know he's been out for a while. Kakitani, I just got him kind of when I was getting the coin, so he's been out for a while. Let's see if there's anybody else. Here's this Van de Ven card, in case you were wondering, this new Van de Ven build-up card. Speed Demon, but not ridiculously. You know why? Because I lowered it to make that defending elite, which it is. So his pace goes down to just normal. I mean, you look at this special Van Dijk card, he's right there, right? A little bit lower than these typical fullbacks. But that new Van de Ven card, you can keep him as a speed demon, or you lower the pace and acceleration down to get that defense up, which is what I did. So there's your little bonus. So that is the 5 Milan superstars, legends, right? If you want to build them differently, you can. To me, this is the best way. Boosters, I never put the exact one. I hate when these content creators do that, right? Because it's based on you want to see. Once you get down to the final build, there's certain stats where, okay, I want this boost. It's only +1. So just do what you need. If you tweak your build a little bit, you may need a different booster, right? And it's the same with the skills. I'll give you an example. Gullit. Look at these 2 defensive skills, track back and interception. Why? Because whether I play him at AMF or a little bit deeper AMF, or what I'm trying right now is an experiment CMF, I still want his presence, right, when the opponent wins the ball, to be able to get his big leg out there and intercept. Okay, and I still want him tracking back a bit because he's got the defensive ability. Same with Bellingham. Whether he plays on the wing or not, I want him tracking back and having the defensive ability. But as you can see too, he still has the attacking abilities. So at any given time, these are my 3 central figures. An AMF, an SS, and a CF working in a sideways triangle, if you will. But then these 2 as whole players have defensive ability, but make no mistake, they're going to be shooting up the pitch, right? Now, Bellingham, you see lofted pass 85, not the best in the world, but you get the ball to Gullit with bullet header, 85 heading, right? He can do work. ZLATAN, 85 heading too. And these 2 are both excellent, or at least good, not elite, but we'll say good, with their crossing / lofted passes, right? Bellingham has phenomenal pass, so he can be a little off balance and still make a great pass. Weighted pass as well, pinpoint crossing added there. And then Gullit, even though I want him more on the receiving end, if he's making the passes, right, he's got bullet header and low screamer, which he's in perfect position to hit those distance shots. One touch fast, but you know what I'll probably add on to him? Weighted pass. Weighted pass will be one of them. I don't really want pinpoint crossing. He's got this special double touch. Heel trick. Trap back interception. Weighted pass. And I might go soul control. Double touch, maybe. We'll see. But for now, heel trick. It's more like, I like those abilities when like Gullit receives a ball and then you're not facing. That heel trick gives you some excellent little flick-ons that can keep the momentum of the game going. So that's why I added on these players, right? Some of them. Who else did I give heel trick to? Baggio? Can't remember. There's a few others too. Nice. All right, so let's get into it. Make sure I mark this right. Yep, okay, good. Alright. So let's get in here. Trying to get a booster going. We'll put it right on Gullit first. There's the squad. There's the opponent. Should be a very easy match. Yes, I could let my AI play, but I want to get a little more footage. And it's good to play these games on Legendary mode because you can then get a better idea. When you're playing ratty players, it can take away from like overall scope of what your new players can do. And I want to test out the team without that width. But first, gotta put user control. Because it's nice, like when you're editing, well, for me at least, when I'm editing or I'm doing stuff. See what I'm saying? It creates these perfect little chances, right? For runs and whatnot. But when I'm editing or doing stuff, I'll just play the divisions and rack up some wins, hopefully. And then when I go to play, I'm in higher levels so I can play better opponents. Because, as you know, AI divisions, it's a whole different animal. It is super challenging, but it's a whole different animal. Oh, he tripped me. There's those alley-oop balls. Can't stand those in many circumstances. Oh, you already have Gullit. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to use the old Gullit for? See, I haven't ran into that issue. Oh, I haven't ran into that issue yet. I thought about, but I get where you're coming from because I thought about doing that with Platini, and luckily I talked my dumb ass out of it. Damn, if it wasn't for ZLATAN, I would not. I would tell you, don't even spin, bro. Good explosiveness. See the football that you want to play and that is possible, right? And so, but when I try to play this against, it's not AI. What happens is they just get the ball, and I'll show you. They'll just, well, I don't really want to, but they'll do this, basically, right? Spam, spam, spam. Everything's through ball, but it'll be just more direct. No rhyme or reason, no shame. I'm going to act like I'm going short here. Aw. Ready for this play, guys? I've been working on this one. Hopefully it works out. Act like I'm going short here. I did it too late. I had my mind somewhere else. As Baggio's running back, as they're crisscrossing, do it where I can lay him off. Gotta work on my super cancel, so I want to challenge myself there. Good. Keep tight. Good. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. And like the beautiful thing is I created that, but it would be so much better if it's just like there's not even any doubt because there's no Sparta assist or anything. You know what I mean? Look at this. And that ball might not have been as beautiful as it was, but the through ball was there. You see what I'm saying? Honestly, I probably would have put that on the ground, just slid it in. But guess what? We just got a beautiful highlight out of it, so we'll take that for there. So now watch. Just to show you guys. I'll be just as dominant, and you'll be like, what? Because the opponent, it's just two players playing football. If this guy was just spamming, look, that's a no. See what I'm saying? Just as dominant. Doesn't matter. And you could say, oh, well, this is this opponent instead. Dude, you're telling me that ball wouldn't have been the exact same? Hell yeah, it would have. If I have to pull players out to the wing, whether it's defensively or I can do it with Seedorf and Bellingham, I'll do that. Sorry. Yes, Seedorf and Bellingham. So the key, what I'm looking for here is how this is different from having the width out wide. Just working on seeing what he's capable of. Hey. Not the best with the skill moves. Uruguay is not the best with the skill moves. Yeah, I think I'll just have to look for those specialty occasions because my opponents will be able to play those long diagonals. But anybody going down the middle, I should be able to stop those. And I have a pretty good... So look, if I send Jude, he's still close enough, right? He's still close enough to the wings to where I can send... With pretty good pressure, I could send him. Look at this. See, Bellingham's still in that gap. Good. Good. Look at this. Give and go. Hey. Should have faked it and turned it the other way. That's what I'm going to do next time. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Oh. I had it in my mind. Because I have deep line, I would never do this in a real game. At least this type of move. Oh, I didn't... Yeah, there he is. Let's get ODDO in there and get a good little look at him. Yeah, I know what you mean, Phil. That's who I got first. It was one of those teaser ones too, because I remember I haven't been playing eFootball, so I wasn't even ready for the animation. Come on, I gotta be tighter there. Too easy on defense. Gotta be tighter, anticipate. Can't let those shots go off. See the recovery. Come on, Otto, get back. Oh. Tell you what, he ain't no Vieira. Trying to force it to him now. I just gave him a goal because I'm trying to force it to him. No, I didn't. That was no smart assist. In the auto clear with no smart assist. Since when? When has that been? All right. Look at that turn. Oh. Holy jeez, he's so good. Those quick little turns, he's just a beast at those. Save Casillas. So yeah, I think this could work out for sure. We'll go one more in it after this in divisions. Oh, he's taken. Good Baggio. Notice if you try to cut it back one step too late, you get punished. He'll pass. Nope. Ibra. Boom. Ah, come on. Come to, Ibra. Oh. Beautiful ball. Oh. No. Beautiful ball in though. Alright. So I think the 2 CMFs there is going to help. They make great runs going forward as well. No! I gave up a goal. It's okay. Grab some coffee as this ends. Alright, good. So what I needed to see. Man, ZLATAN, as you get used to him, can be a problem. $100 football coins earned. That's huge, boys. Should have got a booster, right? No? What comes first? The skills? What am I missing here? Oh, okay. Total event points. The main reward is the booster. Got it. All right. Let's get in here and test it. 2 CMFs. I'm not even going to waste my time right now and act like I'm ready for it because every opponent's the same. I'll start with it, and then if they play football, we'll play football back. But unfortunately, we all know how that goes. I'll get to that point though. Right now, my biggest thing is the little benefits that those smart assist abusers get. I gotta learn to deal with that better. Especially when you're looking at 2,000 and 3,000 hour players and I'm 200 in. It's just little nuances of the game that they have, and when you add in that smart assist with those 2,000, they know all the little ways to just get their ass kicked and stay in games, and that's where I gotta get better at. I outplay just about every opponent when you watch, and I've been getting a lot of the victories if the gameplay's not shit, but still got a lot to work on without a doubt, with the whole goal of ultimately being able to play good football and beat all these rap players. But you got to crawl before you walk. The minute I see that I can actually play football against someone, though, it's on, because it's much better to compete in football than it is with all the force shit. Now let's see what we got. Yeah, okay. Ibra, 4141. Just very simple. He's going to be looking for those wings. I'm going to see if I can close him down. He's going to be looking for those crosses. So let's see how we can do with it. See, defensive. Deep line, counter target. All right, let's play. First time playing against Ibra. So we'll see if there's any little tricks of the trade that I don't know yet. Besides just spamming crosses, maybe. So let's see if we can dominate down that central area of the pitch. It's where he's really vulnerable. See, I gotta stop forcing that stuff. We already know what he wants to go for, so it's easy. We can read it. I don't know about that ball. Goal. Wow. That's what I get for trying to control my Van Dijk. See, once you just start playing quicker. Alright, let's see it. There it is. Oh my god, what? Eber, you couldn't flick that on? Good ball. Good try, buddy. Good. Come on. You're in. Come on. What in the flying hell happened there? Dude. How is that not 1-to-1? Why would Eto stop like that? That's crazy talk, guys. Good. See, what the fuck is... I can't stand it, guys. Look at that finish. Why did my Eto do what my Eto did? Was that delay in the game? Did you see how he just stopped? What was the difference there? It makes no sense. It makes no sense why my Eto did what my Eto did. It's just a joke, guys. Just a joke. Not that I'm playing good, but when I'm working the ball up and then I can't get nothing going. I mean, they don't play football. They don't even try. Don't even try. But I'll have fun, like, doing little, I don't know. It is what it is, And I'll tell you, look at the little give and goes and the little times when you have to make good decisions, right? It's just not football. See what I'm saying? This dude has no idea how to play the actual game of football. Nice ball rolls, dipshit. You try to be a rat, and that's what you get. You get your lead blown, you dumbass. You're in. Oh, you lucky little prick. Look, just forcing shit. Ah, I fucked up there. Look, it's so easy to read, and he's just trying to run through. That's all it is just having to deal with the rat shit, guys. Once you learn to do that, you'll be fine. Look at Pele. What a run. Holy shit, what a run. And then look, he gets a perfect ball. I like that's hilarious. This dude sucks. I should be able to come back on this. Look at this dipshit. And he almost got it, too. See what I'm saying? They're all losers, bro. You gotta let them know, of course. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm on stream right now and just want to let you know, just a small creator coming from FC because I love what eFootball could be, but total losers like you who are terrible at football and waste their time for no reason, you ruin the game, so good job. And yes, you are a total loser. We can watch the entire game and then walk through exactly what you get out of playing like a total piece of crap. Keep forcing through balls, though. I'm hoping your triangle button breaks because that's all you press. But nice ball rolls. Look at the stats, guys. Welcome to eFootball. Welcome to eFootball. I rest my case. What did I tell you? Did you see those stats? Yeah, it's totally worth your time doing this. Great job. Oh my gosh. Man, I would hate to see what your day looks like. Total fucking losers. Look at the stats. Not even realistic whatsoever. Konami knows what they're doing because they have these type of losers in their game. Period. Period. What the what was that? What do these losers do to get this shit, guys? What in the fuck was that? Like, it's little shit like that that's hilarious. Total losers. It's ridiculous. There you go. Oh, and then they don't give me the... Look at that. Only eFootball. They just took a break away from me. Only eFootball, guys. Only eFootball. They took a breakaway. It's such a scripted bullshit game, dude. It's such a scripted game. All these losers, and I keep proving my point. Oh yeah, nice fucking forced ball. Dipshit. Glad it was worth your time to do this. Look at this. Now all of a sudden I can't complete a pass, and then he had an easy pass and he gives me that. Look at that. Too easy, guys. It's too fucking easy with the... And he had an easy outlet after they gave him that. Now what, big dog? You were getting your ass kicked the whole game. You just don't realize it. All you're going to do is keep forcing through balls like the loser you are. Because you have no skill. All you idiots do is use smart assist. Let's play a $100 buy-in tournament. All these losers, no smart assist. $100 buy-in tournament. Put your money where your mouth is. And he got a red card with Rio for doing that. Put Rui in there. See how Rui does, guys. I'm going to keep Ibra in for a bit. You know what? Let's get ODDO a chance. To move up that right backside. Look, and he's playing defensive. Trying to hold on. Oh my god. These fucking losers. You can't make this shit up, guys. Look at that delay. Look at the delay all of a sudden too. I love that. Look at the delay. Wasn't even there before. We had 0 delay till this shit. How is that possible? Look at that. We had none of that before. Look at this. It's all delay. Look. We had none of that. That's crazy to me. Oh. Look at what the fuck did this game turn into? Holy shit. That's literally what he's relying on. That's insanity. I think when my boy Phil says that he thinks players can do this, how can people deny it? Oh. He just got saved. He just got his ass saved. Joke of a player, bro. There it is. Go. Why wouldn't you go anyway? We gotta get Ibra. Dude, it's fucked up. There was nothing. Total losers, these guys, bro. Total. Total and utter. Period. No other way to look at it. Total losers. Baggio will get up there and run around. Come on, boys. We got this. I just gotta be careful because there's so much delay. Look, that's all it is. That's all they're going for is delay. So this is what I'll do. Come on. He was getting his ass kicked. There it is. You're through. Yes. He's relying on. Oh my God. Did that really just get through there? That was crazy too. Oh, look at this, guys. What the fuck? That's insane. That's insane. Come on, Bosch. We'll take it. Did you guys see that? And that was not happening the entire game. And then he paused it. That's insane. He definitely did something, bro. Am I crazy, Phil? Come on. Win this flick on. Win the flick on. There it is. Yes! Oh, you got lucky! No! Come on. Come on. One more chance. One more chance. One more chance. Oh my God. No way. Script. Script. Oh my God. Script. Look at the shot. He didn't get a shot the whole second half. No, sorry. He got 3. What a loser, bro. Oh my God. And then it hits the post. At least I'm learning to battle him, bro. I was down 3-0 in that game, so. No lag the whole game. There's no way you're going to convince me that's a... There's no way you're going to convince me. Look at that last little bullshit. It's so much harder, I will say. There's way better gameplay overall in eFootball, but when there's any type of delay in eFootball, bro, holy shit, it messes up the game. Yeah, he's a rat loser. Oh well, we spoiled his victory. Only Division 2. Nope, Division 2. He might be a different player than who you're thinking of. Let's see what he says. Haha, grown ass man, look at this. Did I see another? Look at that. You're the reason people use Smart Assist. Now I want you to go look at the hours I play the game. And then I want you to show me what you get out of being total trash. You're using Smart Assist too. Yeah, because of you, you idiot. Because of you. Look at the difference. Look at the game. Look at how you score. You just got your ass kicked the whole game. Let's look at the hours he's played. Double. Double me. Imagine when I get to 400 hours where I'll be. Then imagine being so lame that I sit there for nothing, just for fun. No content, no nothing, and play a football simulator just to not play football like you. Whether you want to look at the stats, the goals, the way we both played, I've been offering people this. $100 for you to commentate through your whole game on my channel. Right now, live on stream. Commentate that game. We go back. You go from minute 1 all the way through. Here's why I made this pass and this pass. And talk me through the actual sport and what you're doing. And here's the thing. You're not going to be able to because you didn't do anything with skill. I just offered him $100 to commentate that game on my channel, guys. Now, here's the point of that. Let's make this up. Let's say I'm watching... Damn, that probably lowered me because I just tied that piece of trash. I can't remember if it did or not. I can't remember where I was at. I think it did, though. But where are these where we'll show the highlights on here? The hell is this? Guys, I don't know how to read this. How do I read it? What is this? Guys, what is this? Is it some event they're inviting me to? Oh, I get some real eFootball gear? I'm going to Japan, boys. How do I make this shit English? This is what I get for making my my region. What the hell is this? Oh, special guest. All right, Phil, I know you can speak Japanese. What are they saying? I might go after this Vitinha card. He looks pretty sick, but I'm going to wait. Try to earn that 15K. Yeah, it wasn't that I played that good, but that guy was just garbage. And those forced balls, you have to play smart assist to go through. Right now, for me, I'm not saying I can't get better, but I'm not going to sit here and mislead people, dude. Because think about it. Whatever level you see that I'm at, there's players out there that are division, that are coming over from FC because they see how trash it is like all of us are seeing. There's players that are, you know, like in FC, I was talking to Division 10, 8, 7, 5. I was trying to help. There's that gap of people. Not everyone's right up there, right? Not everyone, like I'm 200 some hours in, I'm in Division 2. Just look at the stats. Look at the stats. So you got to be honest with people. Okay? So Division 2, percentage-wise, I'm in the top 4.6% right now of players. 4.6% of players. A vast majority, obviously Division 9 and 10, that could be players that don't really play. But if you look at like players that are clearly playing, you see a big chunk in 3 through 5. There's no doubt, if I came over in 200 some hours and I got to 2, there's no doubt that those players 3 through 5 right now, as they're trying to work their way up. If I'm over here, smart assist, don't ever touch it, and they're playing these opponents, those little auto clearances, auto organization, auto through balls where your defender slows up, like you need to battle that with the defensive help of those little tweaks and movements. Okay, until you're at that level. Like, shout out to my boy Phil. He's in Division 2 right now. Okay, and he's not using Smart Assist, and it's fantastic. Right? And there's no doubt, and I haven't asked him this, I'm putting him on the spot. I would almost guarantee that Phil can think of about who knows how many games where if he had Smart Assist on, the opponent wouldn't have got the better of him. And so that's fine because he's at a point where he's safe. I don't know if our philosophies are different on that or not, but I will just say that I'm not ready for that right now because those little, when you're out playing someone so bad, like it's still happening even with it. And the opponent's able to get 3 at halftime, 7 shots to 3, 3 shots, 3 goals. Getting outpassed, outplayed, out everything, but he played through 3/4 little balls. If you don't recall, one of them I had Van Dijk well positioned, controlling Van Dijk. Okay, and that actually punished me. If my AI was controlling Van Dijk, because what he did was receive the ball with Ibrahimovic on a sprint touch, and just momentum, just boosh. And my Van Dijk couldn't even accelerate fast enough to keep it. It was over. On smart assist, if I click off Van Dijk there, Van Dijk gets right into the path and probably wins that ball. You see, so those little differences are what you got to account for. I mean, I'm controlling my center back. I'm goal side of him in between him and the goal, and it still wasn't good enough. Like, those little tweaks make a difference. So I would say you're ready for smart assist when you're okay with potentially losing a good amount of games that you would have otherwise won because you don't have smart assist, your opponent does. Right? Now, before I get off here, and then I'll continue on later, right? I got some editing and stuff to do, but this is all I'm doing all day. I just unfortunately got to take certain breaks because the good at the core of the game is what I want to push. In order to get that highlighted, you do have to highlight the bad that needs to be removed, and then challenge people on it. And that's the only way anybody can get it, like, spread, good gameplay, like the better part of the game and stuff. But at the end of the day, at the core of the game, it's good. That's just the truth. What's going to happen is either we go down one path where we just keep accepting this bullshit and letting these rat losers essentially take this game to the ground, because Konami, they do what's going to make them more money, right? So yes, if those players didn't exist, we'd be perfect. We could just play good football. It wouldn't matter what bullshit Konami did and added, because we would be playing good football. Since it's not, that's not reality, right? There's too many rat losers out there, so we have to force Konami's hand. How do we do that? Speaking up. And hopefully, eventually, these big content creators get on board. If you haven't followed my channel, go look what I did with FC. For months, I was talking about all this stuff that now the creators are talking about. You have EA employees talking about how bad the game is. All these things. Go look back. How long was I saying all this stuff that now all the big creators are saying? Nick Runs the Foot Market essentially repeated me verbatim on his video that I reacted to yesterday. Guys, go back and look at my video titles months ago. Playing a soul this game. This game is dead. This game is gone. Like, months. And the reason why isn't because these guys aren't smart enough to see this early on. It's because these bigger creators, they react off of the temperature of their community, which is fake as fuck. They should be themselves and lead by example, and then the community, oh, they're right, or oh, they're wrong. Not, oh, well, what do they like? Oh, they like smart assist. Okay, I'm eFootball Universe, and I don't mind smart assist either. That's totally not Irish, guys, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, I don't mind smart assist, and the next day, I hate smart assist. Next day, it's not bad. The next day, the only thing I'm having problems with is competing with smart assist. It takes away so much skill gap. Like, it's just, they feel the temperature of their community. Therefore, people like us, right, need to speak up, and little old me isn't going to be enough. It's got to be more. So that's all I have to say about that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you so much. Please like, please subscribe. If you're all about playing football for the sake of playing football, you're in the right place. If you're playing this game for the sake of wasting your time and winning at something, no matter what you do to get a win, right? This isn't the channel for you, I promise. So with that said, see you in a bit. Shout out Big Phil. Good luck, Phil. I said all the goodbyes and stuff, and now I'm asking late. Are you home? Oh, 2:30. Are you literally home yet? Have you spun yet? Because I'll end the stream on that if you're home. I want to watch you spin, bro. He might have hopped off. I might have screwed this up. I'm trying to give Big Phil to start a channel. He's such a good player. He comes from a non-football background, and he's such a good player. Damn, my boy hopped off, I think. I'm going to message him real quick. All right. I will talk to you guys in a bit. I just want to talk to Big Phil. Me and Big Phil will be on later. We'll get a session in together. We'll keep rocking, keep rolling, keep playing good football. See you guys soon. Peace.